Dump the flour onto the water and yeast in the mixer bowl. Sprinkle the salt on top. Pick up the bowl scraper and begin to mix the ingredients together, using the side and bottom of the bowl to basically fold the ingredients together. You're stirring initially, and then you're lifting and dropping. That pressure will increase as the dough becomes a shaggy mass. Always clean the side of the bowl with your bowl scraper as you're mixing. At first, it's really shaggy, and it feels like it's never going to come together, but be patient and keep mixing. This is called a short mix and rarely takes longer than 3 minutes. All we want is the dough to come together. Once the dough comes together and is somewhat smooth, then we're going to cover it and let it sit for 45 minutes. Press, press, press. Get in there with your hands if you need to. It's totally fine. But we're not taking this out of the bowl and formally kneading it. This dough just has too high a level of hydration. And that's what we want for now. We're doing this quick and easy. We're setting this up to teach you a new technique called folding. Spraying your hands with water helps you handle the dough with ease without adding extra flour that can make the loaf heavy. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let sit at room temperature for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, give the dough its first fold. You can see that it's really puffed up. It's very gassy from the carbon dioxide gas given off by the yeast. And now we're going to develop some gluten. Spray your hands. Have your bowl scraper always close by. Spray your bowl scraper. And then give the dough its first fold. Stretch from the top and over. Stretch from the bottom and then to the middle. And then side to side. Then, using the bowl scraper, pick up the ball of dough, put it back in the bowl, cover it, and let it sit for 45 more minutes. You can keep reusing the same piece of plastic wrap, or if you have your giant Ziploc bags, use those. Repeat the folding process 4 times. After 4 folds, the dough is very nicely developed. Now we're going to begin to shape the dough into our loaf. To begin with, we're going to shape a boule. Stretch the dough out. Bring the edges up to the center of the dough. Press down lightly in the center. And then kind of pinch it all together as well. Turn the dough over and then roll it in your hands. You're creating surface tension when you do this. You may create some bubbles, which could be popped. Not a problem. That's just carbon dioxide gas. And a very good sign. Make sure the seam on the bottom has disappeared. Sprinkle some flour on your baking tray. This happens to be a 1/4 sheet pan, but you can also use a 1/2 sheet pan. Make sure it's lined with some parchment paper or a Silpat if you happen to have one. Now, slide the loaf into your proofing bag or tent with a piece of plastic wrap and insert a heavy mug or measuring cup half full with steaming water. Let this sit for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Dust the loaf, the proofed loaf, with flour. Slash with the center of your serrated knife. Keep your hands well out of the way. 3 simple slashes is perfectly fine. Cut a 1/4 inch deep. Spray with water. And now get ready to load your loaf into the oven.